got time to stand. I know they got stuff that they're carrying, so it's hard to move with. I'll bring you here. Literally, why are they all like
outside of Lucas Oil Stadium here, getting ready for the big game. Go Buckeyes. Let's go OSU. Go Bucks. Hey Sawyer, welcome to the chat. There's a statue of Peyton Manning. Go Buckeyes. Welcome. Welcome outside of Lucas Oil Stadium here. Things are starting to get busy down here. Inside, the bars are packed. Just walk down a street around the stadium here, and the bars are definitely packed. Lines out the door. I was in Fan Fest a little bit earlier. There's the Indiana Convention Center right across the street there, and that's where the Fan Fest is going on right now inside that building. Got the JW Marriott back there in the corner. I'll get you a better shot of it, but they got a big IU thing printed on the side there. But Buckeye fans are out in force. Hoosier fans are out in force. Go Buckeyes. I-O. Let's go Buckeyes. OH. There we got front view there, Lucas Oil Stadium. Opens at 6 o'clock for fans to get in. How you doing? Go Bucks. Lots of Buckeye fans down here. Scarlet Nation as usual. Buckeye Nation showed up. A lot of Hoosier fans, obviously, as would be expected, since this is right down the road from them. First time they've been to the Big Ten championship game in their home state here. I expect an exciting game. Obviously, a lot on the table for this. You know, a lot of people say, what does it matter? You know, we don't, it doesn't really impact the playoffs that much. I don't think it's going to make a difference in, you know, unless one team blows out the other. I think both teams have secured their first round buys. Let's go Bucks. Mr. Porter, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the chat, everyone. But there's a lot on the line for this. I mean, we got number 1 versus number 2 in the nation. You know, we've got pretty much, I think this is the play game for the Heisman Trophy. Like, you know, whoever wins this game, I think might get the edge for the Heisman Trophy. A lot of people hyping Mendoza right now for that, for his drive against Penn State. But, you know, I think Julian Sayin has just as much right, if not more, for that. You know, they should have never been in a position to have to make that drive for Indiana. But Indiana's had a great season as well. Signetti's done well for them. Welcome to the chat, Gunner. They're giving out hardware. Why not take it? No doubt. Let's get another trophy for the Woody. Love it. Jeremiah Smith or Sayin is getting it. I think Sayin's probably got the edge on it right now, you know, as far as Buckeyes go and players, but Jeremiah in his own right, what a fantastic year he's had. Once again, as I mentioned yesterday, great pickup on the recruiting trail yesterday with Chris Henry Jr. deciding to stick with his commitment with Ohio State. Let's see that upset Indiana. Nah, we're not cheering for that here, but you know, you guys have had a great year, and congratulations on you know, bringing football to relevancy there at IU. I know it's been a long time for you guys. Happy for you guys, but not today. You guys are going to make it in the playoffs anyways, so go Buckeyes here. So what do I think about the game today? You know, I think, as usual, I think Ohio State, in my opinion, you know, I think Indiana's going to try to stack line, take away the run. I think that, you know, one of our strengths is using obviously our passing game to help open up the run. Take what Indiana's giving you, though. They might be able to try to take away one or two things, but they're not going to be able to take away all of our weapons. So if they try to, you know, double cover Jeremiah, go to the tight ends, hit a running back out of the backfield, stick to the running game. Am I live streaming the game? I'm hoping to do some live streaming of the pre-game warm-ups. No, I do not live stream the game, obviously. Probably get in trouble for doing that. But try to do some live streaming inside Lucas Oil, give you guys a view of the stadium, give you a little view of the Buckeyes warming up on the field. And then from there, you're going to have to basically check out the post-game day video that I do of the entire game day experience. Check it out on the channel if you haven't already checked out the one for Michigan. I've got a great one out there for the Michigan game last week. Yeah, it's a 3-week ban for copyright. Yeah, so obviously I'm not going to video the whole game. I'll give you a couple snippets, a few minutes of the warm-ups and stuff inside, and then it's up to you guys for that. But going to the game, awesome. It turned out to be a very expensive tickets right now. I checked on Ticketmaster. Cheapest ticket to get in, I think, was like $791, and that's for nosebleeds. Crazy demand for this game. I think both universities were allocated very little amount of tickets. I think there was like 8,000 or something. There were some fans that, like, longtime players and fans that always get tickets that didn't get tickets for this game. It's insane. I was fortunate that I bought them early through an alumni thing that they had go out, and decided I'm getting them, and lucked out into that. So happy I did that. Saved me a lot of money for that. Gotta love the underdogs. Nah, not today. What else we got here? Thanks everyone for joining. No, I'm not. So other thoughts on the game. Obviously, defense, I think, love to see Ohio State get some pressure on the quarterback. I think we don't usually dial up the pressure until, I think more the second half. We seem to dial up the pressure on the QB. We do a little bit in a bend, don't break kind of offense until they get inside the 20s. Hopefully we can get some pressure on the QB. Indiana, interestingly enough, has been pretty good with the running game and had a pretty balanced attack. So I think that, that's going to be key. I think our linebackers are going to have a big game today. Look for Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, those guys to get in there and really take care of business. What's my prediction for the SEC and ACC games? I haven't really thought much about those. Really focus on the Buckeyes. Obviously, I think it's Georgia, Alabama. I'll probably take Georgia an edge on that. I don't think Alabama's looked too good this year. I know recently they've gotten a lot of hype, but the games that they've lost, I think I would pull for Georgia, probably more for that one. ACC, gosh, I don't know on that one. Don't even know who to pick on that. Irish what? Yeah. So let's take a little walk around here. Camera might get a little shaky. This YouTube live stream stabilization on the camera is not very good when you're doing live streams. So, but I'll try to walk around here and get you guys just a little bit of a different view. Stop every so often here. So as you can see, there's a Marriott hotel. We're in IU's home state, so obviously they've got it all decked out in the IU Never Daunted whatever stuff. Love your channel. Awesome. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I try to go live a few times around the game and get you guys good views of what's going on around the stadium. And go Buckeyes. Yep. Here's our Signetti guy again. I got him on the channel. So I got a shirt here. Love the shirt. Who's got it today?
Go Bucks, baby.
Go Bucks. All right, we got some fans. How you doing?
Good.
Go Bucks. Am I going to the game? Yes, I'm going to the game. I'll be at all the games. So if you guys are new to the channel, I go to all the Buckeye games. I try to do these live streams before the game, before pregame. Give you a couple thoughts on how I think the game is going to go. And then I do a lot of videos afterwards of, plays, just unique things around the stadium, give you a perspective of what you don't see on TV during the game. And then I do a full recap of the whole game day experience, inside, outside, around the stadium, before, during, and after the game, which kind of Hey, Ben, thanks for the gift. Appreciate that. Really helps support the channel and everything I do here. So appreciate that. So as you can see, it's starting to really fill in around here. But so I really try to capture everything for the people that don't make it out to these games, and so that you guys can feel what it was like to be here. I love doing it. I love doing the video work. Love the Buckeyes. Grew up being a Buckeye fan, living close to Ohio State. Graduated from Ohio State. Been going to games my whole life. So this is a lot of fun for me to do, and I really enjoy having you guys along for the ride. It's been a great couple of years for the Buckeyes. Michigan week last week was fantastic. By the way, I saw a few Michigan fans around here. You see them every game. They got to sport their maize and blue, even though they're nowhere near Indy playing. But I felt a little sad for them. No, not at all. I didn't feel sad for them at all. But, it's always fun. Good times. Good times. So if you want to support the channel, I appreciate you guys. First off, subscribing. Definitely make sure you like the videos. Would really appreciate you guys sharing the content with others, Buckeye Nation. I welcome opposing teams, fans. It's fun for the banter back and forth on the chats. Don't ever take anything I say personally or offensive. It's all for fun. Love my Buckeyes. I support my team. I know you guys, whoever supports your own. Ricky Animations, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you subscribing, Sawyer. Buckeyes played a soft schedule. We make everybody look soft. So what do you expect? You play the Buckeyes, you end up losing, you look soft. That's what happens. Texas was number one. Ask them what happened. We can't help it that Penn State ended up not living up to their end of the bargain. So we just take care of business, do what we want to do. So that's what Buckeyes do. So, anyone can call out a soft schedule. You can look at the schedule every year. Ohio State plays Georgia home and away coming up. We play Alabama home and away coming up. We play Texas home and away. So, anybody that wants to say we play soft schedules, whatever. You can always say that about pretty much any team. We can't control how other teams do. We just control ourselves and how we do out on the field. Go Buckeyes. Okay, get off the soapbox here. So, Indy, it's cold here. Going to be nice and warm in the stadium. Kickoff, I think, is around 8:15 inside Lucas Oil Field. I've been here before. Beautiful stadium, inside, outside. They do it right here in Indy. It's a great setting for the Big Ten Championship. Getting here. It's exciting, so being in the stadium is definitely a very fun experience. Very, very neat stadium, very well done, well put together. I love the brick. I love the way they do it up with all of the Big Ten banners out front. Although I'm not sure how they picked who got top billing on the flags out front here. I thought we got a little robbed there. I feel like the number one team ought to be at the top and not the bottom, but whatever. That's just me being petty. But I don't know why they think, Victor, why do you think the OSU coach is arrogant? It's kind of funny. Not sure why you would think that. I mean, he's a great guy. He just likes to win. What about Notre Dame? Notre Dame's a tough one. I think this might be the year they end up messing around, not being in a conference and don't make the playoffs. But we'll see how things work out. I mean, I like Marcus Freeman. I think he's a good coach. Texas fight. I heard that one a lot. Heard that down at the Cotton Bowl. So Oliver, where's Texas going to be? Are they going to be in the playoffs? Tell me about Texas. I'm planning on going down to Austin next year as well. So you got any recommendations for things to do down in Austin? Toss them out in the chat. Love to hear them. He's not even from Ohio. Don't dig him. Okay, so you don't dig. Is that for Ryan Day? No, I like Ryan Day. I think Ryan Day has done a fantastic job with the program. I think he took a lot of bad criticism after the loss last year. Yes, he had to do some soul searching after that game. But let's remember that Ryan Day is 2-1 against the team up north that when they don't cheat. So look at the schedule. Look at when Michigan was cheating and look at the records. Ryan Day is 2-1 against non-cheating Michigan teams. So I'm going to back Ryan Day all day. You see what I did there? Welcome from Jakarta. You guys are going to be up late tonight watching the Buckeyes. Appreciate you guys tuning in and staying loyal to the channel. It's, you know, I think that Ryan Day's done a fantastic job with the program. We've had a lot of coaches that, you know, go on to other programs. Look at Brian Hartline, right? And look at Jim Knowles going to Penn State. And what happens? You know, we just reload. We reload coaches. He makes good choices. By the way, I thought, I don't know if you guys saw I think it was a Pat Kraft interview stuff that leaked saw some of the quotes from that about Michigan's cheating. Man, that was just too funny. Just calling him out on that, being real. Hey, go Bucks. Are you working? Are you working inside? Oh, cool. Do you work all the games like the Colts? Awesome. Good stuff. So, 4 a.m. in the morning there. Wow, get your coffee and enjoy some, hopefully a Buckeye victory here. Will Patricia stay next year? Man, I don't know. That's a good question. You know, I certainly hope he does. He's a heck of a coach. Go Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes.
Yeah. You know, he's done a fantastic job at the defense, and it's hard to see him leaving. You know, if you look at him with the players and you look at how happy he looks, look with his kids when he's walking around on the field, pregame, postgame. You know, he's got his daughter walking through the player walk and stuff like that. He's loving it, you know, so it really depends on what his aspirations are. Like, he looks very happy being a Buckeye coach here. So I don't know if he's going to end up leaving after this year or not. I certainly think other teams may try to lure him away, but whether he'll actually do it and head out, you know, we'll see. So, I mean, like, you see what our defense has done this year, you know. He's done an amazing job coming in with these guys. The players just love him. Watch him, like, after the game with the players on the field and just how happy they are with him being his coach, giving him hugs. And, yeah, it's awesome. 409, they acted without class after beating Michigan. Be humble. Who acted without class after beating Michigan? You're saying Ohio State did? That's about as far from the truth as possible. You saw Michigan standing on the middle of their M, thinking they're making a statement. That was hilarious. Acting without class. You might want to take a look at the video from last year's game. That was acting without class. By the way, it was kind of funny. We tuned into one of the local sports stations when we were leaving the game up in Michigan, driving in the blizzard, coming home, and they kept calling Sharon Moore Shady Sharon Moore on it just because of all of the suspensions and things that he's had. So players wanted to fight. So if you watched the game, the Michigan players were the ones instigating most of the fights on the field. You would watch an Ohio State player go down, and on every play, you'd have a Michigan guy chasing them on the field. I mean, it was just classless, really, on the field. It was crazy watching those games. It's a big rivalry. But, you know, we're here focusing on IU today and, you know, what they bring. They bring a very balanced attack. They've had some big games that they've won. Obviously, for them, Oregon was their biggest game. They went out on the road, out to Eugene, which is a tough environment to play in, and beat them by 10. The Penn State game, obviously, the miracle comeback. I mean, just two phenomenal catches by the receivers on that final drive. I think one of them was by the tight end. The one made by the tight end on the sideline, I think was a tight end, actually might have been better than the one on the end zone, which was a phenomenal catch. You know, so it took two miracle catches to win that game against a Penn State team. And now that was on the road. It was Penn State struggling and trying to get back into things. So, you know, go Buckeyes. Who do you think's going to win today?
I think it's going to be Ohio State.
Ohio State. What's the score?
I think it's going to be low.
Low?
Yeah,
Defensive struggle.
I think so.
You think? I mean, Indiana's been putting up a lot of points.
It's
They put
going to be
up
awesome.
gonna-
It's going to be a good game.
good game. How long you been coming to games?
We've been going to Buckeye games for
10 years at least.
10 years?
That's where I have 2 degrees from Ohio State, so I've been even gone longer
Two-
than that.
2 degrees? Okay, I'm a fellow alum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Buckeyes, yep, love them. Yeah, I've been going to games since I was a kid. Now I run a Buckeye YouTube channel, so I'm doing some filming for the game here. So
that's awesome. I think, I don't know, 24-13, 24-17. I think it's going to be low scoring.
awesome. You guys obviously going to the game,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah, you going to Fan Fest?
Well, somebody just said something about it, so we don't know what that is. Or
Oh, it's fun. It's right inside the convention center. You got to download your tickets off of Ticketmaster, but if you got the tickets for the game, you got it. It's fun. The band will be playing in there soon. They're playing in there at like 6 o'clock, I think.
Okay.
And there's also a pregame thing you can do. So,
Are they
yeah,
selling paraphernalia in there?
inside Fan Fest, yeah, there's a little shop. So, go Bucks.
Go
Well,
Bucks.
thank you. Thanks for your input.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yep. All right. Any other questions in the chat? All right. I'm going to head back in and get warmed up. Actually, we'll take a little walk in here. Maybe I'll show you inside. May try to go live here inside Fan Fest. We'll see. Let me see what we can do. Feel like hunting a buck. Not today. Not today. There's still time to drop your going to college games since 1967, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. The OSU band has the coolest unis. Oh yeah, the OSU band is awesome. I didn't know if you were talking about, Victor, I don't know if you were talking about Michigan or Ohio State. That's why I was asking. I felt like the Michigan players on the field were going after the Ohio State players in that game. So that's why I was asking you about that. Both, yeah. I mean, there was some both. It's definitely a rivalry game. You're going to see a little bit of that. I know there was one play where the Ohio State guy was sitting on top of him and, it looked bad. But I felt like it was a lot more one-sided when I was at the game. You definitely see, in a huge rivalry game, I felt like there was a lot of that stuff kind of going back and forth. Yeah, so, and obviously if you look at the rivalry, it's been that way, for years. So am I recording inside? I plan on just doing a little bit of pregame stuff when they're warming up. That's about it. I don't film, do live stuff during the game and all that kind of crazy stuff. But check out my post-game, game day highlight, game day experience stuff that I've got, and, check it out. So go in here for a minute, take you inside the convention center, just kind of walk in here. It's a big, long hallway at first when you go in. Yeah, I feel like Coach Day did a lot of that in the game. If you saw at the end, he was trying to get the Michigan guys off of the field during the game, and Sharon backed him up too. But they should, the Michigan guys should have just got off the field, right? Like, that's the only thing I was saying. Last year, I felt like it was a little crazy. He should have got our guys off the field. We got to go around the other side here. I've noticed a lot of people at the bars, less tailgating and more people at the bars. The lines outside, walking down the street, were more at the bars than at the tailgates. I did post in the picture one of the tailgate areas that was set up, but it was mostly people going into the bars. Okay, it's cold outside. I'm going to head inside and see what we can do here.
What a maze they've made on this.
Yeah, if you guys haven't got in and put in your score predictions, I've got a poll out there on the channel. Go in there and drop your score predictions in there for the game. Check it out. Not sure how the connection's going to be in here. OU playoff thoughts.
Okay.
OU playoff thoughts. I really haven't watched a lot of OU. I feel like they're obviously greatly improved from where, they've been over the last couple of years. They're a good team to have in the playoffs, obviously with the brand. What shirt is that? Oh, the Signetti shirt. Yeah, I'll keep some pics out there on the channel. I try to drop in, my favorite pictures from the day in and around the stadium. You always get a lot of cool stuff. Just with different fan bases coming together. There's a lot of really neat sites. So this is inside the Indianapolis Convention Center where they have Fan Fest coming up through the corridor here. So it's really nice that they do a lot of this stuff inside prior to the games, because obviously you never know what the weather's going to be. Normally they have an outside area set up, but the area where they did that previously is all under construction. So I'm not sure why that's not where they did, whether they moved that anywhere or they're just going to not have it until next year when it's all back in business. That was more the band area. They had a lot of drinking going on out there and stuff. You don't find as much of that. In fact, you can see some of the construction going on out the window right there. That they've got in and around the convention center, so it's not quite normally what it is. Indianapolis is all decked out for Christmas. Right now, we just took a walk around the circle, the Soldiers and Sailor Monument in Indianapolis. If you've ever been downtown, beautiful downtown area, and that Circle City is what it's called. So it's a nice area. They've got a good convention center. It's a good place for holding these type of events. Glad we have it close by, within driving distance. Am I going to the Big Ten Championship? Yes, I will be at the game later today, or later this evening. Kicks off around 8:15. I'm hoping to get in there into the stadium a little shortly after 6 and watch warm-ups, maybe do a walk around, capture some good videos in there in and around the stadium for you guys to check out on the videos that I'm doing. Once again, make sure you guys are sharing the videos with your friends, liking, engaging with the content. That helps out in getting YouTube to push this out to other Buckeye fans and other football fans. So I appreciate you guys doing that. American football in the UK. That's hilarious. Congratulations, UK. What's that? Yeah. IO. Where's everybody watching the game from? Drop it in the chat. Now we've got one person from Indonesia tuned in here, Jakarta, 4 a.m. Probably chugging a gallon of coffee right now to keep awake. They'll be ready to go here by game time. Wow, what is this line for? Oh, it's the pregame, the VIP. We got Buckeye fans lining up for the pregame VIP events that are going on. So now you can see inside here. All right. NJ, Buckeye fans, Hoosier fans showed up in mass here. A lot of red, so it's hard to tell the difference sometimes on who's for what team. Oregon City, Oregon. We were up there for the Ducks game last year in Eugene. Did a lot of touring out on the Oregon coast around Mount Hood, and beautiful state. I don't know if this is the line for Fan Fest here. Is that? So as you can see, we're inside the Indianapolis Convention Center here.
I think so. We're not going back in.
People are lined up to get into FanFest, and this is like a huge line now for FanFest. So we've been in there twice, so we're probably going to skip that line. There we go. We got some Buckeye fans. Got some Buckeye fans dropping the OHIO on people here. Things are really getting going now. You smile when the Buckeyes lose? Oh, the Ducks lose. Ducks are going to be in the playoffs as well. They're going to get the first round bye, probably host a home game, or not get a first round bye. They'll be hosting probably a home game up there in Eugene. It's hard to tell sometimes in the chat what people are talking about, so I apologize for that. Got some IU cheerleaders going down here. Okay. I'll wait for you over here. Got some of the members of the band over here. Let's go over here and see what the Biddle's up to. Looks like they're in a meeting room in here getting ready for the band performance here. No, this is not the Lucas Oil Stadium where I'm in right now. This is the Indiana Convention Center where they're hosting FanFest, but the line is like humongous. You can kind of see FanFest going on in there right now. So I've been in FanFest a couple times. I put a video out on the channel. So if you want to see what FanFest is like, go check out the video I put out on the channel. I think the band is going to be performing here, I think at around 5:15. There's a private performance. We got tickets for that. And then after that, at around 6 o'clock, they're going to be going on inside FanFest. I'm not sure whether we're going to make it in for it. That, I think I may skip that in lieu of heading to the stadium and getting some pregame footage inside the stadium. But I'm going to try to get to the band performance here shortly. We got the Buckeye cheerleaders going on here. Go Bucks! Yeah. Buckeye cheerleaders getting warmed up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream the band. We will see. But I will have hopefully tons of footage of the band out on the field. Is there alcohol allowed there? Yeah, they sell alcohol. They'll be selling alcohol in the stadium. They are selling alcohol in FanFest. It's not as prevalent, you know. I think there's only 1 or 2 stations, so it's not a big drinking thing. It's more of a lot of kids stuff set up in there, so they try to make it family friendly in the in FanFest area. So, give you guys some footage of the cheerleaders warming up here inside FanFest. But yeah, got the band. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to disconnect for now. So go Buckeyes. We'll see you inside the stadium here in a little bit. And let's get it done tonight. Let's bring home a trophy. Thanks for joining, guys.